the demand, which has had that impact on the actual price tag itself. If this was pre-lockdown, that would be a fantastic price. Post-lockdown, you wouldn't see it. It is a complete finished piece of jewellery. You've got beautiful, hand-set, hand-faceted, exclusive to you at JewelleryMaker. All your beautiful topaz set in an abundance of precious metal. £499. We've halved that price. This is that oh my goodness, imagine it as a ring. Imagine that.
I'd thought of that.
Oh my goodness. Just to clarify, staff members, we're not allowed to get it. We are not allowed to get it, just to clarify.
I heard you.
Sorry. That wasn't directed at you, lovely. But
no, I know.
We're not allowed to get it. There are multi-buyers getting involved, which is absolutely incredible. We're at £499. We're already less than the price that was quoted 6 months ago. Wholesale. That's for us to buy it, not for you guys to buy it, for us to buy it. And we do have to make a little bit of profit, otherwise we wouldn't be able to broadcast. We are no way near done. A celebration for our 20th birthday across the partnership. And again, it's a milestone for the suppliers themselves. They physically travelled here from India, carried them in their hand luggage because they literally didn't want to. Do you know? It takes me back to. Do you know how the Cullinan Diamond was actually posted?
No.
Standard Royal Mail.
Wow.
Do you know why?
Distraction?
Yeah. Because they knew that if they sent it special delivery and people knew about it, that they would intercept it. But if they sent it just standard, yeah, it was a double bluff. If they actually sent it by Royal Mail,
costume jewellery.
Yeah, people wouldn't necessarily think it was of any value.
Nothing to declare.
So they didn't want to post these. They're that valuable. Yeah. They literally got on a plane. To this and other things. They brought other things, don't get me wrong, for the birthday. We're already lower than the price that was 6 months ago for us to buy. Today, nobody is paying £499 for a natural, golden, certified South Sea pearl. A faceted pearl set into precious metal with multiple halos of beautiful, dazzling, colourless topaz. We are not stopping here. We are deliberately staggering this auction because that is not your final price either.
Gosh.
60 seconds. This is your final minute, JewelleryMakers. £299 for a golden South Sea pearl. There's an image which we showed yesterday and it had the golden colours, didn't it? And that was at the Hong Kong Gem Fair. Not faceted varieties, by the way, but golden South Sea pearls. 21 grand US dollars wholesale. Look just above there, £6,000, £14,000. Granted, they're a little bit bigger, but you get the price points, and they are wholesale price points. Look at that rich golden colour. It's that which is the #1 most sought after variety in the world. You can see them alongside one another, those beautiful, but in fact, I think yours is even more golden, and yours is faceted. We are not stopping there. Hello, Deborah. Oh, my heavens. What a ridiculous price. I might even be able to get to. Wow. How about Deborah? You messaged in at £299. You're not paying £299. Don't wait. Don't wait. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The reality is, JewelleryMakers, this is possibly one of the biggest auctions of the whole birthday across the entire partnership. Set in silver, surrounded by 75 round, brilliant cut topaz, an exclusive faceted golden South Sea pearl, Janice, well done, multi-buying on this. Deborah, you've got your 2, well done. You're not alone. Swansea's multi-bought on this as well. People joining us back again to add to their order, which is absolutely incredible. Hello, Deborah. 2 it is then. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good for you, my lovely. Good for you. I would be doing the same if we were able to. We're not allowed that, and it's not very often, by the way. Please don't think badly against our management team. It's not often that they actually say no, you can't get them. You've got to remember there's 60 of these. You know, we can easily go and buy a topaz. Of course, they're replaceable. But when something literally has taken almost 4 years to bring to air, it does make sense. We've just hit the half the stock. Oh my goodness me. We've just hit half the stock being allocated. I had no knowledge of this. 2 decades of Gemporia, and you might be thinking, why are you celebrating Gemporia's birthday? Oh, we're an integral part in the Gemporia partnership. We are a partnership. Apparently, I've just heard, and I have literally just heard this, we go lower than 199. Deborah, Maker, Agnes, Virginia,
goodness.
Devon, Isle of Wight, Swansea, Hazel, Janet, Wendy, Agnes. I want to show you a short clip of film. Remember, though, that yours is a one-of-a-kind facet. We want to take you with Dave to Hong Kong just to solidify. You can still get involved during this video. It is going lower, just to clarify. But just to solidify, this is literally at the Gem Fair, the largest gem fair for pearls in the world, talking about what you are about to acquire for less than £200.
Hi guys, so I'm here with Kakuda Pearls, who have one of the finest selection of pearls that I've seen anywhere. We're talking incredible natural Tahitians, huge supply of incredible Akoya pearls, and of course the South Sea varieties as well. And we wanted to talk to the man himself about what's been happening within the pearl industry. And I wonder if you could just shed some light on what's happened maybe since September with pearls.
Okay, September to October, it was the kind of a peak time with mainly Chinese customers.
Yeah.
It's a big boom in China that as a fashion material, the pearls getting so popular.
And has it impacted the price?
It is.
Yeah.
Now it's the highest in the history.
In the whole history?
Yes, with the Tahitians and South Sea golden color, South Sea white, or even the Japanese Akoyas.
So would you say it's gone up 30%, or is it doubled, or what kind of increase?
Well, don't remember much, but looking back 2 years, maybe last September, October was kind of a peak, and it was like a double. It's 3 years ago.
Wow.
But I know the things are kind of changing right now.
Yeah.
I know it's hitting the top, and
so it's very difficult at the minute to get good quality Tahitians and Golden South Sea because of the influence of, is it Nini, the social influencer in Yang Mi?
You're right.
Yeah,
that's with Tahiti's. Right?
Yes, but it has also been impacting the price of South Sea, you said, because that was Tahitians.
Overall, yes.
Yeah. So to anyone right now who's looking to get good quality South Sea, whether it's the golden or the white, and of course the Tahitians, it is very, very difficult unless you can get hold of older material, which you may be able to get a better price. Right now it's at the peak, and we're talking about the most expensive time in history to get cultured pearls, and that is the power of social media and influence and the Chinese market. We saw it through September and October, but even right now in March, in February, we're seeing the same high peaks for those incredible pearls.
He literally just solidified everything that we've been speaking about. Double, he was saying. Triple, he was saying. And you saw his amazing pearls. Those are the stills that we've been showing that feature your golden South Sea pearl. And I mean, they're absolutely amazing, but it is just the golden South Sea pearl. You don't get it set, you don't get it faceted. It is just the golden South Sea pearl. Jewellery makers, your 60-second clock has been ticking away. As we said at the beginning of that short film, we are intending to go even lower. This is, and I don't want this to sound to come across that I'm not exaggerating here. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Pearls, full stop, have never been more expensive than they are right now. In particular, your salt water, the most expensive, the most desirable of all of those is the golden South Sea pearl. It is the pinnacle. It's the most expensive by a country mile. Hello, Michael in Cheshire. I tried to resist, but my fingers wouldn't let me. I love my JewelleryMaker pearls. You know what, Michael? I think you'd have regretted it if you did resist, to be truthful. Because you won't find golden South Sea pearls elsewhere. You won't find them unless you're looking in the most luxurious and the most expensive jewellery houses in the world. What they definitely won't have is the most ridiculous £129 price tag slapped on them. Get involved and then forget that. Please forget it. Do not go, oh yeah, that golden South Sea pearl that I bought for 129 quid. It's not a £129 piece of jewellery and not a £129 gemstone. You've got all that sterling silver, all those beautiful faceted colourless topaz, the faceting which is exclusive to you guys right here, right now. What 3 it is then? I like your thinking. Deborah. You sound like my kind of girl, Deborah. Why not? At the end of the day, you were happy at $299, weren't you, my lovely? Well done, Deborah. You have got your 3. Linda and Geraldine and Angela and Maker and Isle of Wight multi-buying. Brenda and Louise and Dawn and Angela and Maureen and Wendy and Janet and Swans. Oh, sorry. Sussex has got 2. Janice has got 5. You disappear off the screens. I can't see all of your names. Caroline, I can see your name there as well. Who's that? Who's just got that? Linda in Manchester. Well done to you. There's 60 of these in the world. You know, that's something not to overlook as well. Not only are you sourcing... Okay, saltwater pearls never been more expensive than they are right now. This is the most desirable of all your saltwater pearls, particularly in this amazing colour. The price, remember they said, pre-lockdown you were talking about 1,500, weren't we? Now double it, at least. You have interest-free split pay at £32. Where else in the world is going 25p? Where else in the world are you going to get a golden South Sea pearl, a faceted golden South Sea pearl? Do you imagine the conversation? Can you imagine David just had that lengthy conversation with that lovely pearl trader, who, by the way, has got nothing to do with us? Nothing to do with us, but, you know, he's definitely a reputable pearl source. So we're talking to him. Imagine if I'd have just popped up alongside Dave and just gone, oh, have you got a golden South Sea pearl for 32 quid, please? Can you imagine? You're like, no. And by the way, if I don't like it, can I bring it back? Can I get a second opinion within those 30 days? Yeah. Can I get a second opinion to see if actually I have got one of the best deals of the century? Yeah. And if not, return it to you. Honestly, you will not find better than what's on your screens right now. Do you want to know how many we've got left?
Yeah.
14 in the world.
And you know what?
In the world.
They've not been bought by anywhere near 60 people or
No, there's a lot of multi-buyers. There's jewellers shopping with us as well. Yeah, I don't blame them at all. Tracy, Cumbria, Jane in West Yorkshire, Jane in Somerset, Anne in West Midlands, Suzanne, Linda in Manchester, you've got yours. Brenda, Isle of Wight's multi-bought, congratulations. Geraldine in Cheshire, you've got yours. Brenda, Jay in Surrey, I've got 10. We are rapidly approaching a sellout, jewellery makers, and that was always going to be the case. Tracy on the web's just got 2. And this is the thing. Yeah. This is the thing. We're in single figures. Good. You can still do it, my lovely. If you press your option 1, new telephone bidder, Mary on the phone, Bernadette on the phone. If you press your option 1, you will leapfrog the entire list of names that have it sat in their basket. I have 8 left out of 60. The last thing I would want to happen, jewellery makers, if you are a pearl fanatic like myself, and literally it doesn't get any better than what's on your screens right now, you know, that you come to the end of the day, or maybe even the afternoon, you go, oh, I wish I got that golden South Sea. Because I can't bring it to you again. And the reality is, not today, not tomorrow, probably not in multiple years' times. We have more than 50 of you with the final 8 in your basket. It's a clock to close, and I'm going to have to move on, jewellery makers, because I still have got one more opportunity. It's a loose golden South Sea pearl. I do have a bigger quantity of that one, though, jewellery makers, over 100. So make sure you're ready and prepared for that opportunity. Surrey, good, you did it. Well done. Hazel, you've done it. Massive congratulations. Hilma in London, Christine, Maker, Patricia, Caroline, Julie, Anne, Joanne, Suzanne, Carol, Karen, Louise. I can't keep up with you. Honestly, there's so many names. We have to say we're over allocated is an understatement, quite frankly. And it's irreplaceable. We know that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not saying that they're not harvesting pearls anymore. They are, but they literally will not export them, or they're completely financially unobtainable. That's the thing. Listen, any gemstone is, you can get hold of any gemstone if you have enough money.
Oh,
that's the reality. But for the likes of me, and I'm not too proud to confess that, I don't have $880,000 for me to buy South Sea pearls. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't have the $3,000 to buy just one single.
That is
3,000, they said, yeah?
Yeah.
Ross, that little conversation between Georgia, again, if you've just tuned in, oh, Georgia's texting you. I beg your pardon. So, just if you have just tuned in, Georgia worked on this project and has done for about 3 or 4 years. South Sea pearls have always been something that she's aspired to buy, and it's not always possible. But this very opportunity, literally a conversation between Georgia and Ross this morning, because Ross has obviously asked her more about this. And Georgia says these pearls were hand delivered by the suppliers last week when they flew in from India. The penny dropped. We were like, okay, we know exactly what you're on about now. They said it was a huge milestone for them, and they were incredibly proud of their achievement. Nobody else is offering this faceting. It is exclusive to JewelleryMaker. I know that. In fact, do you remember Alex?
Yeah.
Mineral Man.
Yeah.
When I bumped into him, believe it or not, in Tucson. Literally in Tucson airport, bumped into him. I was like, oh, have you had a good trip? Because I knew he was going. My next door neighbour, Marie, she goes to Tucson as well. So I knew they were all going. I was like, have you had a successful trip? He was like, yeah. And he literally sort of packed his hold all. I was like, don't tell me they're all in there. He was like, I'm not putting these on the hold.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not putting these
not
under...
letting go of these.
I'm not letting go of these. So he physically carried the gemstones that he bought from Tucson onto the plane. It's actually not that uncommon. That's why I referenced the Cullinan diamond, for them either to be delivered by hand or literally, if anything, sent completely by normal post. They go on to say, as previously stated, these are pre-lockdown harvest pearls, so it's impossible to get the same deal now. Impossible. It's not, oh no, we might not. It is impossible. We sat on the finest, approximately 200 quantity golden South Seas, as we could see what was happening in the market with this colour. We wanted to do something very special and have worked tirelessly on making this available. Tirelessly, bless her. That's like 3-4 years tirelessly. Earlier in the year, I quoted that this same stock would be between £700 and £1,500 per pearl. If we purchase them now, that's not retail, that's wholesale. That would be double the price now. So per pearl, one pearl, not even talking about the faceting. She's saying for the golden in particular, 3,000. This is something that I think, okay. If you watch that previous opportunity, you're like, that's amazing, it's not within my budget. This is an opportunity for everybody to own a golden South Sea pearl. A faceted golden South Sea pearl. It is half drilled, hence why we've got the peg bales coming up in the next hour, jewellery makers. It is half drilled, literally glue it into place, away you go. It's unique to us. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a lotus flower.
Yeah.
You know how
just before it opens
the shape
up,
of the leaves.
the bud sort of.
Yeah, it really reminds me of the actual lotus flower itself. It's beautiful, and again, only a handful of people in the world actually have the ability to facet a pearl. But imagine that task. Imagine being, okay, here is a beautiful South Sea pearl, please facet it. I mean, that's a huge responsibility when they're $3,000 wholesale each. We have a quantity of 130, which is absolutely amazing. I do not know a single other jeweller, high-end jeweller. I'm not talking about your high street jewellers. They will not bring you golden South Sea pearls. Highly unlikely.
Look at that.
Luxury jewellers, yeah, sure, might be able to. But a high street jeweller, no. We've got a big quantity. Over 100 available opportunities. A brand new facet in your golden South Sea pearl. For us to buy it to buy it wholesale, $3,000. That's what it cost us. So you've got to imagine that with a little bit of margin put on there for us to keep the lights on. This is only exclusive to us. Look at that recording over my shoulder, Adam.
I know.
It's got almost like a, with pearls, the joy of pearls is obviously you get your orients, you get your overtones, your undertones, so you get secondary colours. Look at that, it's like a paparazzi sapphire. It's like a lotus flower, isn't it? It is literally like a lotus flower. You've almost got those pink capped facets. So beautiful. Half drilled. So again, literally you could glue your peg post, leave it really simple, which we've got coming up for you. Or you could turn it into the most beautiful solitaire ring. Now we do have a big quantity. Triple figure quantity.
Which is incredible.
The same colour that we've looked elsewhere without the faceting. £3,000 for one pearl.
Yeah.
There it is again.
And that's on sale.
One South Sea pearl set into jewellery. At Tara Pearls, the gentleman we showed earlier on. £6,000.
And it's just on a peg bale.
Our next price crash is still no way near your price.
I love when you see those comparisons, because it shows you the highest end, and what they're doing is popping it on a peg bale.
Yeah, you've only got the high-end jewellers to actually reference here. You can't go to your Samuels. They will not have South Sea pearls. No. Full stop, let alone the gold. You only have the places like Harrods, the places like Tara Pearls.
Yeah.
I actually think Yoko might struggle to actually compare with this, because I don't know if they've got golden South Sea pearls, especially the faceted variety. You are going to have to go to the most luxurious jewellery houses in the world, with the most affluent clientele in the world, to be able to compare with an opportunity like this. That is why it's taken literally over 3 years to actually bring to air. And yet here we are, little purple clock, egg timer as Dave used to call it, ticking away, and we're saying, yeah, we're going lower than $499. Can we replace them? No. Are we going to go lower? Yes. Well, because that's what JewelleryMaker's all about.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say, how many retailers out there go, well, we've sat on this for 4 years because we know the price is going to go up, but we're actually not going to sell them at those higher prices.
No, exactly. We'll sit on it and wait.
Yeah.
We'll sit on it and wait. You are not paying £499.
Look at the facet on that.
I know, it's amazing. Let's show you another price that you're not paying. Another price point. So many multi-buyers getting involved on this already. I don't blame you. Not paying. When I said earlier on, this is an opportunity. It's incredible. An opportunity for everyone to own a South Sea pearl. How insane is that? One of the most expensive pearls in the world. But of all the pearls, this is the most expensive colour. You pay more for the golden, and it's faceted. We're going to do a 60-second clock. Remember, I've got over 100 of these, Because once that clock appears on your screens, I guarantee the phone lines will light up. Just to clarify, I'm warning you, to the clock, because once that clock happens, it will go crazy and we are going to go lower. Yeah, exactly. We are lower. Lower than what? Oh yeah, then we brought to you on the connector, of course.
Yes.
We're already under 100
Colours
and we're not
amazing.
done. 4
That's
years in the
crazy.
planning, Jewellery Maker's best part of. 60 seconds starts now. I genuinely mean this. This is an opportunity for everybody to own a golden South Sea, which not many people can say that they do. I don't own a golden South Sea. Does anybody else here? And bearing in mind,
No.
we've seen probably a lot of pearls in our lifetime.
I've got a South Sea, but I haven't got a golden.
You haven't got a golden one. I
What
bet you
makes it red?
if we walked like a few metres down the corridor into our gemstone museum, there might be one there. There might be one there. There is, yeah. I'm not surprised. You know that £50,000 necklace that Gemporia sold? Guess what location of pearl it was? South Sea. It wasn't golden though. It wasn't golden. You're getting a natural golden South Sea pearl. We have less than half the stock remaining, Jewellery Makers. And in 10 seconds, the remaining quantity is absolutely going to disappear. In celebration of 2 amazing decades of Gemporia as a partnership, they were each and every single deal of the day was always going to be absolutely amazing, wasn't it? It was going to be spectacular. But none of us would ever have imagined that you'd be able to get a natural golden faceted South Sea pearl for £79.99. Would I have even entertained that? No. No, definitely not. That's why our team literally travel to the JCK, to Hong Kong, to Tucson. Yeah, they do some gemstone buying and pearl buying. They actually went to Hong Kong at the beginning of this year knowing full well they would not come away with a single pearl. Look at that. There we go. That photograph right there. That's one amazing necklace for $880,000 US trade, not retail. If this was golden, they said, then you could probably double it, and believe me, it would sell. That's the actual owner speaking to Dave personally. And there has, honestly, I mean, in the pearl world, the pearl industry, it's a big industry, of course, and it splits into your saltwater and your freshwater. And you know, they have to a certain degree come together over recent years, post-pandemic. However, saltwater are still the most expensive, without shadow of a doubt. You've got the situation with the Koya pearls. The Koya pearls are dying out. We know that, and we might well see that happen. We know Tahitian pearls are literally bought out completely. So that leaves your South Sea pearls, which it's really they're the ones that everyone wants. They are the ones that everyone wants. Add to that the fact that only a tiny percentage of the harvest actually will form golden. It is the rarest colour of all and the most expensive without doubt. Annette, you've got 2. I should point out it is half drilled, by the way. An amazing pendant from Sean. So thank you so much, Sean, for creating with that as well. We have got peg bales coming up in the next hour as well. Well, within this hour, isn't it? We had over 100 available. There's about 43 of these left. Jane's got 2, Maker's got 2, Cheryl's got 2, West Sussex has got 3, Ron's got 3, Wiltshire's got 2, Donna's got 2, Surrey's got 2, Annette's got 2, Surrey, Jane, Geraldine, Annette, Maker in Cambridgeshire. A minute to close.
What?
You do know Georgia's watching, don't you? I know she texts you, that's what concerns me.
But that, I mean, who would have thought you could take a South Sea pearl home for less than £20? A faceted.
Exclusive faceting as well.
Yeah, we've never seen a faceted South Sea, have we?
Well, no, because you think about this though, like, imagine being handed the Cullinan diamond in its rough form, and we said, facet it. The pressure of faceting that diamond.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Now imagine we do that with the most sought after, arguably the most expensive saltwater pearl in the world.
Wow.
And we say, facet it.
No.
That responsibility.
The anxiety.
Only a handful of people can do it anyway. I can't believe we're doing this. 101 of these have gone. I've got 21 left. Sorry, 29. It's not a minute. That is not a clock to close. 60 seconds, jewellery makers, and we are taking this lower. Honestly, I didn't know this was happening. I did not know this was happening. I had in my head 99.99 Roscoe, and I thought that was absolutely unbelievable. You know, I would have been overwhelmed at that deal. The fact that we are taking it even lower, it's beautifully spherical. You almost have that lotus flower faceting that is exclusive to us here at Jewellery Maker. You have the golden colour, which is the most expensive, and we've said that on quite a few occasions, haven't we, Jewellery Makers? We showed a parcel, a photograph of a parcel, but the golden ones will be the ones that command the highest price, because so few oysters will actually produce that natural golden colour, and they are natural. $79.99 and going lower. We've got 29 left. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. Maker, new customer getting 4. Wow, what a first purchase. Angela's got 3. Janice has got 2. Wiltshire's got 3. Essex has got 2. Charmaine's got 2. In less than, well, 5 seconds now. It is happening. I can't believe it, but it is happening. It's taken best part of 4 years to make this deal of the day possible.
Earring and pendants.
Ah, Alison, $69.99.
That's incredible.
With the greatest of respect, I can bring you a topaz. You know, I can bring you one of those. I can bring you a variety of quartz. You could get both of these for less than £200. Ross.
Wow.
Where else in the world, though? Seriously, that's absolutely amazing. 190. I see why you did it now. £199. You can get both, but you'll need to get a bit of a wriggle on, Jewellery Makers, because these are on the verge of selling out. The connector, I think, pretty much has done. It's certainly over allocated. I don't blame you for choosing to get the multiples. I would be doing exactly the same had we been allowed to purchase alongside this opportunity. An exclusive facet to yourself. Firstly, only a handful of people, and I do mean a handful of people on this vast planet, can actually facet a pearl. It's a skill that's only been developed over recent decades. The phone line has gone completely crazy. This might well be one of your most treasured possessions. And at the beginning of this this deal of the day, I did mention the fact that Jewellery Makers, this is not part of our stash. Please don't put them in our stash. This is part of our family's legacy. These are the kind of pearls that you pass on to future generations. These are the kind of pearls that literally, if I were allowed to, and I'm not because I'm a member of staff, but if I were allowed to, I would be buying 2 at least, 1 for each of my daughters, because I know they're heirlooms. They are heirlooms. You know, a golden South Sea pearl. I mean, that will be at some point. You'll see it in Place Vendôme, in London, in Milan, you know, in all those places.
Yeah, absolutely. You know when you pass these places and you're like, oh, you go down, is it Oxford Street or Regent Street in London?
Yeah.
And all the shop fronts are there.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's great window shopping. You know, the likes of me. I'm never going to be able to step in the door and be taken credibly, never mind actually be able to say, well, how much is that? Because none of them have the price.
No. If you're going to ask the price, then you probably can't afford it. This is the thing, that's always in my head as well, Alison. You know, absolutely. You know, you'd walk past luxury jewellers, say on Bond Street, and these would be sat in
Bond
there,
Street,
without doubt. That's what we meant to say, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What, £17.49?
That's crazy.
On split pay. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I paid more than that for my girls' McDonald's last night. I'm not even joking. Well done, everybody. 14 remain. Bridget, Linda, Patricia, Jay, Buckinghamshire. Virginia's got 3. John's got 3. Veronica's got 3. Well done to you, Oxfordshire. Well done to you, Anne in Haverfordwest, getting 2. Good is getting 2. Maker getting 6. How incredible is that?
I mean, and that Maker had 4 before.
Yeah.
They'd up
Oh, well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, totally.
I've got 12 left. Once they're gone, they're gone. Lots of you messaging. Hello, John saying wasn't going to buy today, but irresistible.
Yeah.
John, I totally agree, and I think we'd regret it. I've always. Are you one of those people that when you remember things that you don't buy? Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
There are pieces of, I don't know what it might be. It might not necessarily be jewellery and gemstones, but there are items, say clothing, that you regret not buying. And you remember it, don't you? I know I would regret If I was watching and I had the opportunity, I would regret not getting involved with this one, because it will not appear on our screens again, unless everything massively changes, and that is not looking like it is going to be the case.
That's a trader in Swansea.
Definitely.
Oh, oh no, he's Cardiff.
Definitely. Yeah, we've got big quantity, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. We know we've got high-end jewellers that shop with us. We know that. I'm not allowed to actually mention their names, but I do know we have high-end jewellers that shop with us. I still speak to one. Here we go. This is as much as I will say. I still speak to some of my colleagues that I used to work very closely with back in my early 20s, 26 years ago, who works in Hatton Garden. She still works there.
Yeah.
And well, she's not. The jewellers shop with us.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But why wouldn't you? And that's the power of our buying team.
Yeah.
Because they're going to want to buy 2 or 3. They can't get them for that price.
No, they really can't.
Not a chance.
They really, really can't. And you might think, why wouldn't that jeweller in Hatton Garden have that buying power? They will buy far less than we do, and also they might not have been established as long as JewelleryMaker has,
or
as
have
well.
That personal relationship.
Have that relationship, like I said, absolutely. You've got to remember that it's not just pearls. We might deal with other gemstones as well. We do buy volume as well.
Yes.
Not so much with gold and South Sea. That's not really a conversation you can have, but we do buy volume. That's how we negotiate these deals. If you have the budget, to purchase both, do it. Less than £200. Wow. I am absolutely okay with the fact I most likely will never speak about a golden South Sea pearl for the next 4, 5, 6 years. Who knows? Maybe longer. I know that will probably be the case. Now, as we're talking about unmissable opportunities, I just want to discuss tomorrow's dealer day. It is the closure of the 20th birthday celebrations. There best be cake, seriously. I'm going to buy us a cake.
Yay!
I'm going to bring in some cake because we haven't had cake yet in all these celebrations. Okay, so your deal of the day has to be a goodie, right? How about we bring you Type A jadeite?
Go on.
How about we bring you the biggest auction of jadeite that you've ever seen?
Oh.
There is 1,000 of your deal of the day tomorrow.
That's incredible.
It includes red, black, imperial white and greens. It's a full 38 centimetre strand. The fact we have 1,000 will mean that it is most likely to be one of the best prices you've ever seen on jadeite. Coming up tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Now, jewellery makers, we are going to put the peg bundles on pre-order right now. So we're going to dip to a very short break. You can pre-order. It will go perfectly with your half drill pearls. All your gemstones. I use peg bales more than loads, like with your garnets that we had earlier on, with some, I don't know, your jades that you're bringing you tomorrow. Yeah, most definitely you'll need your peg bundles, and you get loads of them as well. So that's available on pre-orders, jewellery makers. Make sure that you do shop ahead on those. We've got an amazing masterclass with our lovely Alison as well, still to come, all about your lovely dragon necklaces. And what's that tutorial? Kumihimo. Kumihimo. So very excited about that. Lots still to squeeze in. We'll see you after this.
Our sister channel Gemporia is turning 20 years old, and as we've been a part of them for 14 years, we're going to celebrate with 14 days of birthday treats. Join us every day for amazing deals of the day with brand new products. We have Ready, Steady, Make at 9 a.m. with our fantastic designers. And listen out for the red alert siren, which means a mega birthday deal is coming your way. We have crazy deals on our jewellery making essentials and a range of spectacular products that you will not want to miss. So join us on Jewellery Maker as we celebrate 20 years of Gemporia.
It's been amazing. Yeah,
it's been great. It's something that we look forward to.
Totally inspiring.
Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. The crowd is superb. It's really lovely to talk to people about different crafts.
This is just a fantastic show with all creative people come together and just being around like-minded people and just having a good laugh.
We've really enjoyed going to different workshops and trying out different things.
Such a range of everything, whether you're a crafter or not. It's absolutely brilliant.
I just absolutely love it, and I can't wait to come back.
Oh, it's just so much fun. Everyone really has a good time.
People come from all over the country to come and see it. By far my favourite show of the year, definitely.
If you've never tried something before, it's definitely worth coming to this show just to try something new.
It's a good family day. It's a mother and daughter day. It'll inspire you.
Come to the show. It's absolutely amazing. There are so many varied crafts going on.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's so many different things on offer.
Good morning everyone. I'm doing a bit of pottering in the greenhouse before the working day starts, so I'm hidden away in the corner of the garden. So I'm going to tell you all about my next show, which is this Sunday, 13th of October. I'm going to be joining Eleanor, Ross and the crew, and we've got a Makes for Men day. Can't remember the last time we had a Makes for Men themed day, so it's going to be really exciting. 9 o'clock project hour, I'm being set a challenge, and all I know is we've got a brand new finding that we've never seen on the show before, and also we've got meters of leather strapping, so can't wait to see what that's all about. And then at 12 o'clock, inspired by the fashion house Tomasabo, I have been given the brand new bracelet project kit featuring the most beautiful paperclip chain for men, I know, and also an incredible strand of the most beautiful Guatemalan jade. Now obviously there's going to be a lot more left over once I've made the bracelet, so I can't wait to share all of my makes that I've made with this beautiful strand. So that's this Sunday, 13th of October. Myself, Eleanor and the crew, all from 8 o'clock. It's going to be a good one.
Well done, everybody.
Amazing.
Well done. Sorry, I just said in the break then, I was like, oh God, I'm getting hungry now. So I always bring a protein bar with me, so I've just had that, which was yummy. And Adam was like, I thought you said prawn. No, Bex, you were like, I thought you said prawns. No, protein, not prawns. Although I do like a prawn.
Can't imagine a prawn bar, though.
No, that doesn't sound very nice, does it?
Sesame prawn toast. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, yummy. Prawns, yeah, yummy.
No,
do you like prawns? Prawns are good. Prawns are good. Prawns. They're delicious, aren't they? And do you know, I'm not much of a fan of the little teeny ones, the shrimps.
They see if in America the shrimps are the huge ones.
Ah, the big ones,
Langoustines?
Or you can get Madagascan prawns as well.
Can you?
Langoustines are more lobsters, aren't they?
I just want them all mashed on toast. That's how I eat my prawns.
Mashed on toast.
Sesame
yeah,
prawn toast.
Prawn cocktail. Yeah, you can't beat it. Bring back a traditional prawn cocktail. Yummy.
Mary Rose sauce.
Yummy.
Garlic.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? Our local Morrisons do some whopping prawns.
Do they?
Yeah. So much so they take ages to cook because they're so massive. Honestly, they're about this big. Shell on.
I'm not a seafood.
You're not a seafood? Oh, I love seafood.
Unless it's fish.
It's my favourite seafood. Right then.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Now
I'm
we're
sorry.
all hungry. Now we're all hungry.
And all that came from the fact that my belly started rumbling. Now I want prawns. Now I want prawns. I'll be like that. Tom, can we get some prawns for dinner, please?
Chinese for tea.
Right then, jewellery makers. Peg bales.
Peg bales.
Oh, I love peg bales.
I need a stash.
Do you?
Yes.
You better get them then. Because these are by the bundle. You will, and it's a selection
bundle.
of them. Yeah, you get choices of patterns.
They're all individuals.
So we've got silver.
Yes.
Gold.
Right.
Silver bundle. Gold bundle.
Really?
Different styles.
Wow.
Because sometimes certain peg bales will look better with others. It depends on whatever it is you're suspending. And also, can I just say, I do predominantly use these for pendants. However, you can use them also as earrings and connectors.
You see, I like the more simple design for an earring.
Yeah.
If I'm putting it on a pendant, I don't mind. That heart one was beautiful earlier. Don't mind the more ornate ones, but I don't necessarily want those as an earring.
Yeah, okay.
I like my earrings more plain.
I mean, I don't think there's any right or wrong.
No.
So how many do we have of each of these? Oh, before we do, we are very excited, yeah, absolutely. What an amazing opportunity. The finale deal of the day that's coming up tomorrow, I mean, it was always going to be. Honestly, who's got plans tomorrow? Adam, your plans are to be with us, so, you know. Have you got plans tomorrow?
I have, but it's bead group, so we'll have the tablet on.
You need to be with me at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, it doesn't start till 11.
Doesn't it?
No.
Right. You need to be with me at 10 o'clock tomorrow, jewellery makers, because if you are a collector, and even if, I'm going to put this one out there as well, even if you're not a massive jade collector, this will change your mind. It is top grade. We are literally closing out one of the biggest celebrations of the entire partnership. It is brand new, never been seen. We have 1,000. It's the biggest, historically, the biggest jadeite auction in history, isn't it? Here at JewelleryMaker. We've never done that quantity before.
No.
And we never will. We never, ever will. You've got to remember, has the Burmese mine opened again? Has it opened, Ross? Has it opened again? The Burmese mine? No, it's not.
We're back to historical material.
Has the Khotan mine opened again? No. But we have 1,000. So, you know, we mentioned about the fact we stockpile some traders.
Yes.
And by the way, really, I can't call us this as such, because obviously we're very different. We're not a bank. But an investor, that's what they do, don't they?
Yeah.
They'll buy gemstones, gold, silver is another thing,
rare
precious commodities. They'll sit on it and then they'll sell it back.
Buy
I've
low,
bought
sell high.
certain gemstones, shall we say, to do exactly that with. I'll sit on it for a while. When the time is right, I'll sell it, and I'll sell it at a premium. This would be great for that, by the way. Jewellery makers, we have 1,000 opportunities. It comes with the red, it comes with the black, it comes with those beautiful greens and imperial whites as well. It's coming up tomorrow, so make sure you set an alarm, a reminder, whatever it is, so you don't miss out on that incredible deal of the day. It's probably one of the biggest deal of the days in our history.
Yeah.
Because actually, when have we ever done 1,000 quantity of jadeite? Hello, Wendy. Hello, Chew. I'll be on a plane tomorrow to the US of A. Okay, we'll let you off. However, you could always. This is why we're telling you now. You could get one of your friends, couldn't you? To do it for you. Oh, Ross is saying no, not could do. Get them to do it. Trust him. Do not miss out. The deal is unbelievable. 10 o'clock. Get it at the start of the auction. It's going to be one of the best deals you'll ever see. Globally. A full 38 centimetre strand, 6mm rounds. Type A grade. Doesn't get any more exciting than that, does it? Seriously. Right, shall we do some peg bales?
Yes,
Let's do it. Again, I love the fact we've got the... I need these. You've got that type. Then you've got... I'll put one of each. And you got that type, like a little snowdrop. Can you see? You see that one? Like a little snowdrop.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
That's pretty, isn't it? I like this one a lot.
Oh, that's quite nice.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see that if I put my fingernail behind it?
Yeah.
It's
almost a Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree or a beehive.
Or a beehive.
Oh, I can see Christmas trees now. Also, you get this one.
Oh.
A little flower. You get all of those in this bundle. Now, I've got 75 of the gold. So, make sure you're quick checking out your baskets, Jewellery Makers. Gold-plated, solid 925 sterling silver. If I pick just one of them up, I'm going to go with this one. You can also see they're not flimsy. They're not flimsy bales. You've got a big investment of your sterling silver in those.
Yeah. A good length of peg as well. Sorry.
Yes, they have. Which obviously the more... I was almost going to say something worse than... the longer the better, really, isn't it? Because you want... That's more purchase on your pearl, isn't it, effectively?
Well, you can always cut... My reasoning is you can always cut a peg down for a smaller gemstone.
Yeah.
You can't add on. If you've got
agree.
a tiny peg, it's difficult to hold a big one.
Have I still got the pearl? Yeah. You might need to trim this down because, like we said, like Alison just said, it's got quite a lot of peg, this one. Yeah, in fact, you definitely will, which is good. It's a good thing to have. And I would probably ream the actual pearl itself. I'm sure I can find a smaller. I've gone for the thickest one, to be truthful. That one's a bit too big, isn't it? Let's go that one. There we go. That's better. So again, you just need to trim it down ever so slightly, leave it overnight, and you've got your luxury piece of jewellery there straight away. But again, a necklace I was wearing, not yesterday, the day before, was on a strand. It was actually a twin Keshi pearl that I bought from JewelleryMaker multiple moons ago, and it's, you know, when one stone really jumps out at you, and I was like, oh, I like that, and I'd kept it and kept it and kept it, and just literally glued it to a peg bale, put it on a gold chain. It's so lovely. Yeah. And that's a through drilled. You can't really tell it's through drilled.
No, unless someone's doing this.
No, exactly, yeah. And you'd be wondering why they were doing that, wouldn't you? We've got 75 of these. We're at £99.99. And just to clarify, you get 5 of each design. So there's 20 pieces that you're getting in total. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. I want these, Ross. Roscoe, I want to buy these. Staff are allowed to auction again, are allowed to buy again, aren't they? Good, good. Because I need my peg bales. You know, if you got... Sorry. Ross, I need my pegs. I need my peg bale. Imagine if you've got like a, I don't know, a favourite gemstone. You might have a double drill gemstone. There's nothing saying you couldn't put a peg at either end.
Yeah, make a connector.
And turn it into a... and turn it into a connector. You could do that. Hilda and Anjum. Anjum's got 4 stocking up her stash. Should we do? How much do they go to?
Oh, Martin from Flintshire.
Everything's crashed. Okay.
Oh, Flintshire.
Oh, you want to go to the silver ones? Okay. There's an error on that one. We'll come back. Okay, let's do the silver. Always the most popular. Always the most popular. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Here you go. One price crash. Straight down, solid 925 sterling silver in the 4 different designs. So I'm going to choose. You get all 4 of them in this amazing auction opportunity. How many we got, Ross? How many we got? 100 available. That's amazing. How many of us are stocking up on these? They're a nice quick present as well. You know, all you need is a little bit of your Hypo Cement or your 6000, whichever you use. Leave it, add the glue to, what's that? Clock, please. Right, okay, sorry. All you need is a touch of your jewellery, of your specialist glue. Secure it in whatever gemstone you wish. Leave it overnight. Job done.
Totally.
We bring you luxury boxes as well to present it all.
I know. And they look amazing. I mean, we've showed you pictures of South Sea pearls from all sorts of high-end shops. And they are a pearl or a gemstone on a peg bale.
On a peg bale.
That's what they all are.
You are doing no different to what the luxury. I used to, a lot of certainly the Jews I was at has a workshop upstairs. So he used to do lots of repairs. And I used to love sitting and watching him. And he was Charles. We used to sit and watch Charles. He was great with watches, great with jewellery. And I'd sit and watch him. And peg bales, things like that, literally just glue into place. Glue into place. And that's exactly what you do as jewellery makers. You're getting 20 opportunities, 4 different designs. We've got 100 of these, slightly less of the gold. We'll revisit those. We had a few technical issues on that. We'll go back. Look at the gram weight. Just shy of 5 grams of solid sterling silver.
Wow.
20 quid.
That's good.
That's really good.
Yeah. And these...
So £1 each.
And these are lovely different designs.
They're quite big, aren't they?
I would actually wear those in earrings as well, contrary to what I'd said before. They're lovely. I do like those snowdrop leaves.
Yeah, they're really nice.
The cap's beautiful.
I'm definitely getting some of these.
Those are nice, the beehive or tree.
Yeah. I like the simplicity of them, and you can really see the investment in the sterling silver, which obviously the more silver the better.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody. I had 100 loads of multi-buyers there. Would the silver go? I mean,
of course it would.
I have to go for the smallest one just because of the length of the peg. But you can trim it down. It's a better problem. It's better to be that way than it is the other. Hang on. I'm not a guest designer, so I'm not great at demonstrating, but you'll get the idea.
So if you want to cut your peg down, pop it in the gemstone, and you'll see the gap.
Yeah.
Put a little mark where the gap is, so you know the distance, and then take that measurement and take that off the bottom. Obviously, don't cut where the mark is. So you take that little bit there, and you'd be able to measure that exactly to take off the end.
Yeah. So that needs trimming down, obviously, so that the hat, if you like, sits close to the actual gemstone.
And that's great because you're not actually covering. You know, you don't want a bead cap on the top of that. Because you're going to cover those beautiful facets.
I know. Amazing. Amazing. So yeah, literally trim it down so it fits beautifully into place. £19.99. You're talking £1 per B cap, and they are solid sterling silver. They're not base metal, jewellery makers. Make sure you're checking out. Can we get the gold ones, Dowd? Okay, we're just trying to sort that out. £19.99, Jacqueline and Devon and Susan and Gerda and Hilda and Cheryl and Patricia and Sandra and Alison and Karen and Christine and Alison and Maker in West Midlands and Teresa and Jacqueline and Susan and Elaine. Ali, hello to you. Wilma, hello to you. Elizabeth and Florence and Wendy. Charlene and Susan. Still got loads to bring you between now and the top of the show, Jewellery Makers. We've got Alison's amazing masterclass with tutorial.
And dragons.
Yes, I know you're going to love that. Lots still to squeeze in. Visions of colour and kumihimo. Loving that. You get all of these. That's £1
incredible.
Per peg bale. And they are solid 925 silver.
They're such a functional piece of kit. And like you say, it doesn't have to be a part drilled gemstone at all.
No.
You know,
you can put it on a drilled one. Yeah.
Absolutely, a through drilled one.
Absolutely. And that's why I was referencing that pearl necklace, which I made just before I went on holiday.
Did you take it on holiday?
Yeah. Everybody commented about it. Do you know I did the school run wearing it?
Yeah.
And this one little girl called Florence, funnily enough, seeing your name on there. She's a sweet little girl, one of Willow's friends. And she was like, I love your necklace. Is that a pearl? And she's like, and I was like, yes, it is. Because it's a Keshi pearl. You wouldn't imagine an 8-year-old to recognise it straight away. But she did, Florence clocked it. And literally, that's double drilled. I just used one of these. No problem. Just glue it into place. $19.99. Make sure you're checking out everybody. We had 100, but they're flying, and there's lots of people stocking up their stashes. I shall be joining you on this. Without shadow of a doubt. Because it's a great gift. A great gift. Coming up, and I know I'm going on about this, but it is a pretty big deal, jewellery makers. Coming up, tomorrow's deal of the day. Firstly, it's the last day of the 20th birthday celebrations. It's just been absolutely amazing, hasn't it? We've had some really exciting products, including today's deal of the day. Historically, in our 14 years, Jewellery Maker, in our 14 years of broadcasting, I can tell you that we have never, and most likely will never, bring you 1,000 quantity of Type A jadeite.
Again.
Until tomorrow morning, at 10 o'clock. You know what the reality is? Mason & Kay probably don't have that.
Yeah.
Mason & Kay, who only deal in jade.
Yeah.
Pillar and Stone. Roland Schlusel. Won't have that quantity. We are launching tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Set your alarms. Make a note in your diary, whatever it is, because tell your friends 100%. This is not type B or type C, as you might expect for that quantity. It is type A grade, natural, genuine Burmese jadeite. And again, the mine closed in 2020 after 800 years of mining. What a moment to bring you 1,000. When we first bought our jadeite parcels from Bernard that I referenced not so long ago, didn't I, during the deal of the day, we didn't have quantities like that. We had hundreds, didn't have thousands. Okay, jewellery makers, still got some more goodies that we can bring to you. That's at 10 o'clock tomorrow, so please don't miss out on that opportunity. What did you say? Pinch bales with head pins. I've only got one, but you do get two. Right, okay. How does it go like this? You do get two. It's like a horseshoe, effectively. So it goes like that. You get two of what I'm holding.
So it's a bit like a shackle.
Like a shackle? What do you mean? I'm a bit confused by these. You get two. You get two of them. Do they go that way then? Or that way, upside down?
That way.
That way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's your
and
bail.
then you have your gemstone that comes... Right, okay. So what would you do? Ball it at the other end?
Yeah, you could either ball it, do a loop on it.
Oh, okay.
Wire it round.
So to actually create your own bail. So that would be the top of the bail. You get this times two, jewellery makers. So you have your ball head pins just here. Solid 925 sterling silver. Effectively, it's like a little horseshoe, isn't it? Effectively, solid precious metal. It's another alternative to a bail or a charm carrier, if you wish. You might be seeing something else, but you get two of what I have here in the studio. I've never seen these before.
No, they're fab, aren't they?
Pinch bail pack. Okay, so you can also just squeeze it around the top of a drill hole.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
You could use it with a rivet, so you could actually put that through and...
hammer it.
Yeah, I'd cut off the ball, I'd keep those bits, and then hammer it, so it actually created like a
flat
rivet.
Head rather than a round one.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, Claire literally demonstrated how to ball up a head pin yesterday, didn't she? Using the actual torch, so you could do that too. Straight in with your price point. So you get two of what I'm holding. I know... The photograph actually shows that. £7.99 only, jewellery makers. Absolutely amazing. Use this with your carvings, maybe. That would work perfectly with your carvings. If you aren't a silversmith, you don't need to be. You can always flatten it. I know Mark's shown this technique before, where literally at the end, so you trim it down and literally squash it so it flares. Sterling silver is quite malleable, so you can flare it and then it won't work its way out. Again, this times two, so you're getting two pinch bails. Do not go anywhere, jewellery makers. Charmaine, London, Susan, Heather, we've still got loads to bring you. Lots are still dialing through. Are we going straight through, do you say? Okay, coming up, check out lovely Alison's amazing masterclass. As I make my way over to her, you've got beautiful kumihimo and these amazing dragon head clasps. It's all available on pre-order. It's basically 3 separate projects with 3 different colourways.
And the cords.
And you also get your kumihimo cords, and you also get Alison's instructions. So do not go anywhere, jewellery makers. We'll see you after this.
Good morning, everyone. I'm doing a bit of pottering in the greenhouse before the working day starts, so I'm hidden away in the corner of the garden. So I'm going to tell you all about my next show, which is this Sunday, 13th of October. I'm going to be joining Eleanor, Ross and the crew, and we've got a Makes for Men day. Can't remember the last time we had a Makes for Men themed day, so it's going to be really exciting. 9 o'clock project hour, I'm being set a challenge, and all I know is we've got a brand new finding that we've never seen on the show before, and also we've got meters of leather strapping, so can't wait to see what that's all about. And then at 12 o'clock, inspired by the fashion house Tomasabo, I have been given a brand new bracelet project kit featuring the most beautiful paperclip chain for men, I know, and also an incredible strand of the most beautiful Guatemalan jade. Now obviously there's going to be a lot more left over once I've made the bracelet, so I can't wait to share all of my makes that I've made with this beautiful strand. So that's this Sunday, 13th of October. Myself, Eleanor and the crew, all from 8 o'clock. It's going to be a good one.
It's been amazing. Yeah,
It's been great. It's something that we look forward to.
totally inspiring.
Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. The crowd is superb. It's really lovely to talk to people about different crafts.
This is just a fantastic show with all creative people come together and just being around like-minded people and just having a good laugh.
We've really enjoyed going to different workshops and trying out different things.
Such a range of everything, whether you're a crafter or not. It's absolutely brilliant.
I just absolutely love it, and I can't wait to come back.
It's just so much fun. Everyone really has a good time.
People come from all over the country to come and see it. By far my favourite show of the year, definitely.
So if you've never tried something before, it's definitely worth coming to this show just to try something new.
It's a good family day. It's a mother and daughter day. It'll inspire you.
Come to the show. It's absolutely amazing. There are so many varied crafts going on.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's so many different things on offer.
Hi JewelleryMakers, Yvonne here. I'm back with you in the studio on Wednesday the 16th of October, and in the 9 o'clock hour we have the return of the beautiful seed pearls. If you missed them last time they were on, Wednesday morning's your opportunity, because we don't have them very often and they're absolutely gorgeous. In the midday hour we have jam-packed kits. There's a gold version and a silver version, and there's lots of wire for all you wire workers out there, of which I'm not one of them. There's 0.25, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1mm. There's strips of flat wire. There's a strand of 6mm faceted rounds of labradorite, and there are labradorite druzy cabochons. So they're absolutely beautiful. I've just brought along a few pieces because I'm not a wire worker. I decided to make chain links with mine. The silver one here, I made that chain, and on it is the beautiful, oh look at that, the beautiful druzy cabochons. Absolutely gorgeous flash in that. In the gold version I used the labradorite beads along with some gold different type of links, and this one is just a chain. I made the clasps as well, so we can have a look at those maybe on Wednesday at 12. Looking forward to seeing you then. Bye bye.
I don't know how it's midday.
I know.
I don't know where the time goes. It's midday.
It's because we've been enjoying ourselves so much.
I know.
I mean, I could spend hours just looking at those South Sea pearls.
Yeah, like that is the stuff of dreams, isn't it?
It is.
Seriously.
I've done that before now. I've zoned out. I'm too busy looking at that.
Yeah,
I'm like, away with the fairies.
That's probably why I like gemstones so much, because you can zone out, can't you? And just sit and admire them in all their amazing splendour. Likewise for jewellery, and I have to say, Alison, these are incredible.
Oh, they're great fun, aren't they? I love the mix of the colours.
Yeah, it's a lovely.
They're lovely.
Each project's amazing.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really like these projects. And I like the fact that it's literally 4 components, and you've got Alison's instructions, dead simple, as in, I haven't got lots of itty bits to show you.
No.
It's 4 components. You just basically choose your colourway. I love these. Now, kumihimo is an ancient Japanese art form, isn't it?
It's a Japanese knotting or braiding form, yeah. And this is one of the most basic forms. So this is without the beads. So this is an 8-strand kumihimo. It's very basic. Everybody can do this.
Really?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I
And
mean, your daughter could be sitting there doing it.
Well, she surprised me last night. She gave me a loom bracelet. I didn't even know she could do it. She was like, "Mummy, I've made you a loom bracelet. You probably clocked me wearing it earlier on before I realised that I still had it on." I'll put it back on with her, I promise if you're watching.
She will.
But if she can do loom bracelets, she can probably do kumihimo.
Oh, she can do kumihimo easy.
But yes, samurais used to wear them, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they use them. They're a cord. They're a braid. So if you needed a thicker braid, so they'd use them for belts. They'd have their, I can never say it, netski. So they'd have their little. So they'd have little carvings which they'd hang.
Yeah.
And they'd probably be on a kumihimo braid.
Oh, okay, amazing.
So I think they're called
so that's what kumihimo is, but you can obviously do it with just cord, but you can also do it with beads.
Yes.
And it looks amazing. It looks amazing with gemstones, looks amazing with your Mayuki in this case. So let's take, if I just pick one of these,
okay.
It feels so lovely.
So there's 3 different versions here.
Yeah, what's this one?
So this is because you've got the 11 O's, they won't go on the cord we've got there. So this is with an Eslon, and I've incorporated the 11 O's.
Yeah. Okay.
So you could actually just do one with the 11 O's with the 3. If you bought the 3 and mixed those, if I'd have had time, I was going to do that.
That's amazing.
So you won't see the 11 O's because they're in the dragon heads.
Tucked in. Oh, okay. They're tucked inside.
The dragon heads have got a really, really generous aperture.
Okay.
So it means you can use these thicker cords, which then you're going, oh, well, I haven't got an end cap. Whereas these dragon heads are really generous. So it's great. You can use all sorts of different things with them.
Look at those dragons. They're amazing, aren't they?
They're very oriental.
Yeah, I was going to say they remind me of a kimono dragon.
Yes.
They do remind me of that.
Yeah.
The kimono dragons themselves. So, okay, so obviously that's the red, and you can see you've got the beautiful dragon clasp.
Yeah.
Then you've got, quite simply, you've got 3 different project colours.
Yes.
So you've got the blues, which you've made this amazing kumihimo necklace. So where you can really see the cord.
Yeah, so you can see the cord through. You could use the multicoloured. I should have used the multicoloured with that. Going through, and then you've got that both colours of the magatamas. I haven't seen magatamas for ages. Magatamas.
So a magatama is like a round, but the drill hole off centre, isn't it?
It's a bit of a drop. So there's 2 kinds of magatamas.
Yeah.
There's 2 kinds of magatamas. There's the long magatama and the short one. A lot of people will be more familiar with the long one, which is sort of on a slant. These are they look more of a drop. So
let me take one and I'll squeeze it in so Becky can zoom in. There you go. So you can actually, can you see that?
Or do you want one on the cord?
Yeah. Or I can hold it on my tweezers, which I've left over there. Oh no, I haven't. Here we go. I'll hold it with my tweezers, and then Becky can zoom right in and show the shape of a magatama. So can you see that? Can you see?
It'd have been better giving you one that wasn't,
They've
translucent.
got like a slimmer side and a curvier side.
Yeah, they're a graduated drop.
Yeah. Lovely.
They're lovely. They give you great texture.
So you've got magatamas, but then also you've got, I love that green one
too. So that's
too.
2 different colours of magatamas. So each kit you get your 2 different colours of magatamas. So the red one's the most obvious. You've got red and gold.
Yeah.
That one's got, it's very sea, very watery. I was talking about Studio Ghibli and an anime, and there's a sort of river spirit.
Yeah.
And that's very much the sort of colours. It's softer, it's 2-tone, it's sort of greens and blues. So that's lovely, and it's very luminous.
Yeah, it is.
And then the other one is sort of a blue, and it's an AB coated, so I think the other one is more of a blue colour and a labradorite.
Yeah, amazing.
It's a sort of greyish with an AB coating on top.
Let me show you the clasp as well, because you get the same clasp with each of these projects. Yeah. It's just down to which colourway you choose, which, by the way, is lovely and weighty. So you can see your dragon heads there that almost will bite down, don't they, actually onto the circle of heaven. I've just noticed.
There's a little hinge.
Yeah, you've got a carabiner link, so it basically, if I show you, pushes in like so.
Yeah.
So it's really, and it's lovely and secure.
So secure.
And then you've got...
And then you look at the whole space you've got.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Brilliant.
And then you have your dragon heads there as well.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. How many of each of these projects do we have? 100 of each.
Wow.
Wow. Well, I think these are going to absolutely fly out the door.
Yeah.
Also, you've got more than enough space within the dragon head for you to tuck, even if you just wanted to use these as your traditional cords.
Yes.
You could glue them in, couldn't
Yeah.
you? Okay, so you get the same dragon head clasp on each of your projects. It's just down to the colourway that you wish. Also, Alison, what's the tutorial that we get for free?
So I've shown you how to do the bluey green one, which is the magatamas on the thicker cord that we've got here.
Yeah.
And sorry, there we go. I've moved my board, so I haven't got me. Is that okay? So we go up to, we've got 14 steps. It's a repetitive thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a repetitive thing. There are so many different patterns and things, and I started going down one route, and I'm like, no, do you know what? I want everybody to be able to make this.
Okay,
everybody,
perfect.
and they can. I mean, if you want a project, you know, prepare between Christmas and New Year. You want to sit there. You don't want to be doing.
That lull.
That lull, and
Yeah.
you've finished, and like most of the excitement's over, and just like I just want to do something that's not going to take major brain power. I don't have to move a lot. Thanks very much. I'll just sit
most
here
of the time of the year.
and chill.
Not just between Christmas and New Year. You've just described me literally every day of the year. That's what I want to do. It's not a case I always can do it, but I just want to sit and chill. Okay, now Alison,
yes.
What we're going to do is put all these projects on pre-order.
Okay.
So you can choose your colourway. We've got quantity, the same quantity on all of them. Let me just quickly show you the colours. I know you've seen them in the finished pieces of jewellery. So you've got the 3 different colours,
which I think are great. They'll work great together as well.
Yeah,
you can
they
mix
would.
and match.
So you can choose, and you get the clasp. So you've got your reds and golds.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the dragon head clasp. Lovely. Then you've got your blues and silvery tones. There it is. And then, and your dragon head clasp. And then you've got the beautiful greeny tones. With like more of a gunmetal with your dragon head clasp, and each of these projects will get a free downloadable instruction. As you can see, that'll be available upon dispatch of your order. So it's available on pre-order right now. We're going to dive into the demo, and then as and when, Azataza, you can cue me to bring the project to end. Okay.
So I've got my 8 bobbins. I'm going to move you out of the way. I've got my 8 bobbins. You want to have. They say 3 times the length that you want the bracelet. I always do more. I am paranoid about running out, and we've always got plenty of cord. So.
Oh, Becky just said, "What are bobbins?" Have you not heard this?
So these are bobbins.
Wind the bobbin up. Wind the bobbin up.
So sewing street bobbins, but these are slightly different. So what they are is. You can open them up like that. They're a loose plastic, so you can then wind your cord on, and then you shut it. So that's a bobbin. Yeah. But a bobbin is, it's a sewing thing.
You need them for kumihimo.
You can if you haven't got bobbins, right? And I started kumihimo without bobbins.
Can we wait, can't you?
So what you can do, what I did is I put it in little bags.
Oh.
You know, a zippy bag.
So they don't
so
tangle.
it doesn't tangle and it
That's
doesn't all come out at once.
You get with most of your orders anyway, so you can just. Oh, that's a great idea.
If you, because that's what I did. I had some Essilon. I started off with the 12 on. So if you haven't, don't be put off because you can.
No, you can do it anyway without bobbins.
It's easier with the bobbins.
Yeah.
But it does work with the bags so long as you can
And you'll
seal
probably
it.
be able to pick them up. If you can't get one on our website, you'll be able to pick them up from your hobby shop. You know the one I'm on about.
Possibly. I don't know.
I've never. Anyway, sorry. I interrupted you. Yeah.
Right, so I've got my four lengths. So I'm just making them, my 8 lengths. I'm just making them roughly the right size. So to do a 7-inch bracelet, you want it bigger than 7 inches because the thickness of your braid with these beads on is quite thick, so it needs to be bigger to accommodate your wrist.
Okay.
You need to take into account the clasp is nearly 2 inches. However, you're going to 2 inches. I'm going to mix my measures here. I'm really sorry. The clasp's about 2 inches, but you're going to use about a half a centimetre of kumihimo in each plus a knot. So I'm mixing my metaphors. Basically, I'm going to borrow one of these. So basically,
I'm not going to lie, that was just words to me then.
So that bit, you want about half a centimetre of plain kumihimo plus the knot to go into the head.
Right.
To glue. Okay.
Right.
They're great. I mean, you've got so much space in them. They're fabulous. I'm going to keep him there. So I'm just going to tie an overhand knot, which is roll it over, pop your cord through, but then ease your cord down so you're not wasting your cord. Right, there you go. Pull them all so that you haven't got any loose ones like that. Hang on, just pull them all even. And then when you've got it, kumihimo's fabulous. It's the sort of thing you can do while you're travelling. You can even, the reason I started it was for my 50th. My husband took me to Venice. And I was like, well, while I'm flying, I want to be able to, I hate sitting doing nothing. But you can't take metals and, I can't take pliers. But there's no, once you've cut your cord, you have no need for any metal. So there are two different ways you can do it. So most kumihimo discs come with this sort of front. So you've got 1 to 32 with the spots on the 4 compass points. Some people prefer to use the compass points, so I turn it over and use that. And then also, if you're not used to it, put an arrow to show which way you turn it. It doesn't matter for this one which way you go, so long as you go in the same direction every time.
Stay in that direction.
Yeah. So if you're new, then put your arrows on so you know you're always turning it that way.
Yeah.
So we pop the knot in the middle, and then we spread out our bobbins, our cords, either side of either your compass points or your spots. So we're just going to spread those out. If you can, try and keep them from getting tangled, but don't worry if they do. It's not the end of the world. It's a very musical thing that kumihimo. I went to a village hall meeting once and I'd taken some kumihimo because, like I say, I hate sitting doing nothing. And one of the chaps said, "Do you mind not doing that? It's distracting me with the noise." I know. But there you go.
What did you say to that?
No. I'm an amiable person. I'm like, yeah, fine, fair enough. Didn't realise
it was distracting from what?
From the meeting because of this. So once you've got those in place, you can put a little weight on there if you want, either with a crocodile clip or you can get some weights. I tend to hold it, so you can see I'm just holding on to the knot. So your basic kumihimo move is top right, or between 32 and 1, down to bottom right, 14, 15 here, and then bottom left up to top left. Now you can see we've shifted from there to there on the disc. Okay?
Yeah.
You then turn it 90 degrees. So you go...
it took me far too long for kumihimo to click.
Did it?
Yeah, kumihimo, my little brain couldn't process it.
So it's always, for an 8, for this, it's always top right to bottom right to top, sorry.
But I don't know why I found that so hard.
Bottom left to top left. Turn.
No, I do get it now. But honestly, I used to, and each of the designers used to go, "Oh yeah, anybody can do it. Your daughter could do it." And I was like, I can't do it.
But we do.
I can get it now.
We have mental breaks about things, and then all of a sudden you'll go, "Oh my gosh, why did I do that
so hard?" Yeah.
I've done that with certain weaves, both in seed beading. It took me forever to do any cubic right angle weave. I love it. It's one of the easiest things in the world. I absolutely love it. When it clicks, it clicks. It's the same with Persian. And didn't actually. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I didn't actually ever sit down and actually try and do it properly because I just had this mental thing like, no, I can't do it.
Do you find I shouldn't imagine you have this issue, Alison, but I'm quite a defeatist. So, like, you know, like if you've got flat pack furniture, for example, it'll turn up and I'm like, I can't do that. No, I bought a carpet shampoo machine.
Yeah.
And then Tom hurt his arm, so obviously he can't put it together, although he probably could now. But it's still sat in my garage because I tried to put it together and there was water everywhere. So I'm like, just have to go out of the garage. But I thought I did put it together before I put the water in, but it just went everywhere. Poor Willow went flying in my kitchen because I didn't realise there was water everywhere. So.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I'm tenacious.
Are you?
I'm like, I won't let it defeat me.
I need to bring you my carpet vacuum machine, see if you can fix
it. My dad used to have a vacuum cleaner repair shop, so I grew up fixing vacuum cleaners. Oh. There you go. There's a nugget of between that and working for a chicken factory, a chicken farm. Anyway, so you want about 0.5 centimetre of plain Kumihimo braid. Right. So if you've never done Kumihimo before, then this is great because what it does is you learn the basics. But that's all going to sit in that clasp, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So then what we're going to do is open up this, and I'm going to release some of the beads.
Release the beads.
Release the beads. And that's the great of this because you can load them all on. So you want about, for a 7-inch bracelet, or to fit a 7-inch, you want about 35 on each of these of the beads. Now I've done them randomly. Now I have to work hard at doing them randomly. So what I do is I put them in 2 piles and then I mix the pile up and then I straighten it all out into a line. So I'm picking them up randomly. I can't just pick up randomly. I can't do it. So I have to do that, and then you'll see every now and then I'll be like, oh, hang on, I've had too many close together. I'll have to swap those over. So that's what I'm doing. While I'm releasing all these beads,
while you're releasing
do you want to bring one of the colours or something?
Yeah, let's. Which one would you like to do? Should we do red?
Do the red and gold one
first. I do think the red and gold's going to be the most popular.
Very traditional Chinese dragon.
It is, yeah.
Colouring.
So, as you can see, you get the 3 tubes, 2 of which are Magatamas,
Two are Magatamas.
Yeah. So you've got the silver-lined ruby beads, which are Magatamas. Then you've got the gold ones, metallic gold. They're about 4mm in their size, 24-gram tube. And you've got your 11.0 galvanised yellow gold.
Like gold dust.
Yeah, they are like gold dust. Then you get your amazing dragon head clasp.
Which
I will hold with your tweezers. There you go. So you get your dragon head clasp.
If you look at him side on, you get this stunning profile of the dragon with his thing going over the eye.
Yeah, lovely.
He's absolutely stunning. You know, they get these little the nostril hairs that comes from there and then flicks over.
Nostril hair?
I can't remember. There's a name for them, and I know someone's messaged in before. There's an actual name for them, but they're like nostril hairs because they come out and then they.
Okay.
The Chinese dragon.
They're like their tentacles.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse. Then you also get your Alison's amazing instructions as well. So. It has been a long time since we've had Magatamas JewelleryMakers. You get 2 tubes, you get Alison's instructions, and you get the Dragon's Head carabiner clasp, which is perfect for you to carabiner into. Right. Straight away there's a reaction on the phone lines and on the web. We've got 100 of these, $49.99. That's amazing.
I mean, that clasp on its own, and it's very unisex, I think.
Yeah.
It's a great solid, you could use it with all sorts. What?
Silver, this is plated, yeah? Silver plated, yeah. Okay, amazing. So you've got the precious metal on there as well. Wait a minute, Magatamas are normally more expensive, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're already at $29.99.
Oh, no, we were $49.99.
We were at $49. Yeah, Ross has just taken
that was sneaky.
He's just taken it $29.99 for you.
So that's your $9.99 for each of your tubes. You're getting that amazing clasp for nothing and
the instructions for nothing as well. But we're not stopping there, Alison. We're going even lower. 60 seconds on your screens. Is this going to be the same across all the projects? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but don't forget, because these are galvanised, you've got metallic on these, so
Oh,
they're more
yeah.
expensive. You've got one of them silver
Oh,
lined.
my bad. My bad. It's because the galvanised should be more expensive. Sorry, Ross. My bad. This should have been the most no. Oh.
See, beads aren't all the same cost. The more processes you have to do,
I mean, I
obviously,
don't know.
the more...
I
know.
So sorry.
Right.
Makes it easy maths, though, doesn't it?
It does make it easy
Put it that
maths.
way. In 20 seconds, we are going to take it to your masterclass cost, and it's the same for all the kits. It wasn't meant to be, but there you go, I've called it now.
Oh, well.
Sorry, Roscoe. London, Lynn, Andrew, Alison, Multibuying, Lorraine, Maker, Julie, Deborah, Janice, Susan, Lavinia, Jacqueline, Virginia, Deirdre, Heather, Lynn, Janice, Cheshire, Kent, Swansea, London. You get the idea. There's lots of people there. Oh, well, you know... That's amazing.
I know we've joked about saying, well, that's the cost of those. I mean, that clasp on its own, I would have thought would be that.
I think you're paying for your dragon clasp, and then you're getting 3 tubes of sea beads, 2 of which are Magatamas, and Alison's project instructions for free. Amazing. So yeah, you're getting the 3 tubes and your instructions for free.
Yeah,
that's amazing. And now. I don't think it was meant to be. It's the same price across all the projects. So 60 quid, I can get them all.
Wow, that's brilliant. So you'll get at least 2 bracelets out of each tube just doing the Magatamas on the thick cord.
Out of each tube?
Out of each kit.
Project,
sorry,
I was going
out
to
of
say.
each project. So if you do them really heavy, like the front 2 are, you're going to get 2 kits. Now the necklace, which has got this spiral running round of the Magatamas, has used far less, even though, so hang on, let me remember, I did 2 lots of 80, then I put more on, so I think I did 2 lots, so it's about 240. You'd get at least 2 of the necklaces.
Okay, so that, yeah,
because
you're using less of the Magatamas.
Which is probably about 4 or 5 bracelets if you did that as a bracelet.
Okay, amazing.
So you can change more, and then you've still got the 11Os, which you can do, you know, a lot more with.
Well, do shop ahead on your other projects. They're all available for pre-order, all guaranteed the same price. Back to you.
So one tip which I do tell you in there, which I didn't do, is the easiest way to remember where you're at, because I put this down, I've done that, we've talked about other things, is do that with your strand, so take from the top right to the bottom right.
Yeah.
If you then have to go away, you can't do it for a couple of days,
let
or
the dog out,
let the dog out, gone to the phone or whatever, made a cup of tea, you pick it back up, you know straight away you're doing bottom left to top right.
Yeah.
So straight away you know where you are. So always get into the habit of leaving it like that. Anyway, so now we've got our beads. We're going to slide down a bead, and you want to hook it behind that horizontal cross cord. So you're going to hook it behind there, and then we're going to do the same. So this will give you the full one. Now it gets quite crowded because we know they're narrower at the whole end of the bead than they are at the other end. So we've gone back up. So you can see those 2 sitting there. So we know it can get quite crowded. So every now and then you might get one that pushes it in, turns inwards. So you just have to keep an eye on that. But do this, it is slower than just doing, obviously, basic kumihimo, because you're tucking them under each time. But it's exactly the same process. So top right, slide down, hook underneath, bottom left, slide bead down, hook underneath, twist.
Adam's got it, you know.
Yeah. Well, George, I think you're going to come out and have a go, Adam. And that's it. So you've got it. It's repetitive. Thanks very much. You can keep going with it. Now there are ways if you want to then get more advanced. If you want to get more advanced, what you can do is set up the chords, and have a look at Prue. Do you remember Prue Mahimo? Yeah. Have a look at her YouTubes. She shows you how to do one that's 50-50. So you could do Mayuki 11s or 8s. I would do 8s probably for the belly, and then just have the Magatamas on the top. So you can have a play around with that. You can do. I've kept this random. You can do different patterns. You can do spirals with them. You can change the colours. You could just do moments of this if you want to make your magatamas go a lot longer. Then do maybe an inch section with magatama, and then an inch section without. So I'm gonna pass this down in a moment so you can have a look how it's getting on. So you can see,
and you can get a nice little bit of pace on with this as well, can't you? Once you get,
and I'm going quite slow here. I do it slower, however, it's still quick. I reckon it'll take you less than 2 hours to do a bracelet. Yeah. And a big part of that is sometimes threading the beads. Now, I don't know whether you noticed that one popped in there, so just make sure he's behind that bead. So I'm going to undo that.
What would happen if they do pop into the centre?
Right, if you pass me the red one, I'll show you.
Oh.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, there.
So you'll see a gap. Yeah, that gold one is sucked in.
Can you see it there?
Yeah, so that's what would happen. It would get caught up in more of the middle. So I did think about undoing them, but to be fair, you don't really notice so much.
Can you like can I
you can
pull
try
that
and,
out?
You can try and tease them out, but what it does is it sits on the wrong side of the cord. Okay. So you can try and pull them out, but it's not very. If you catch it early enough, so if I caught it at this stage,
yeah,
and there was one sitting in the middle there, so let's pull him back over, and he's sitting in there. What you can do is you can force them out at that stage and push him back. However, once you've finished
it... Yeah, they like to go back in there, don't they?
They're very shy. I just say they're shy scales.
That's okay. I like that.
They don't like to come out. So keep your eye on it, and that's why, they should always be on the outside. So we're going to fetch him down. So you just keep going with this, and that's it. So you want to do... bear in mind, you're losing a couple of inches off, but if I pull that... Can you show that, Becky? Underneath. It's going to be easier than trying to turn it. Can you see how that's starting to grow? So it's starting to grow. It's going to be random, although that looks almost pattern-like. And that will just keep growing as you carry on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to doing individual now without the beads, but that's how you do the beads. And then when you've come to the end of your bead section and you're like, yeah, that's fine, all I need now is to put my clasp on, is you then go without any more beads. But like I say, 35 beads on each should give you plenty. You may go down to 30 if it's too long for you. If you find you've got too many on it, then I would reverse it. So by reversing it, I mean do it in reverse and turn the disc in reverse to undo it, and then re-slide that bead up. Where did I go? That way. So I just want to get a little bit of, see, he's out of place now. There we go, that on. And he's out of place. There we go. Right, so while I just do a little bit of this, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, Al.
It's okay.
Do you want to bring the next one?
Shall we do the next colours?
Yeah. Sorry, Al.
Let's do blue.
The blues.
Should we do the blues? Which is what Tazza is demonstrating with right now. Again, you get your dragon head clasp.
Yeah.
And you get this lovely... Oh, do you know, I learned... Where'd you sing that song, Adam? You know, everyone sings da-ba-dee-da-doo-die. It's not that.
What is it?
It says, I'm blue, if I was green, I would die.
Oh, nice.
Is it a myth? Of all the myths, that's the most pointless. Here we go. Right. Into the blues, which is always one of the most popular, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, and actually dragons, particularly Eastern dragons, have got that connection with water as well, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
So that makes sense. We've got the Western red colours, or the Welsh, whichever way.
Oh, Welsh red.
And then you've also got your blue dragons as well. So you have, within this, your Magatamas in the matte multicolour. So it's a Magatama multicolour matte. That's this one. That's the one on the far right-hand side of your screen. Then you've got the Magatama transparent blues, which is closest to the graphics. And in the centre, you've got your metallic dark blue iris.
Which is lovely.
Yeah, one of the most popular colours, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
In your 11Os. And then you have your lovely silver-plated Dragon S clasp as well. It's not really an S clasp, is it?
No, it's a double-headed clasp.
It's a carabiner.
Yeah,
it's a carabiner.
It's a double-head clasp.
And of course, you get lovely Azataz's instructions, jewellery makers. Any questions that you have for Alison, do text in, and you know what it's going to. Yeah, sorry, that's totally my bad. Apparently, it wasn't meant to be the same price.
Hey.
Don't knock it though, because that's great for our viewers.
Yeah. Let's take that.
$19.99. Amazing. Go, go, go. We've got 100 of each of them. Back to you.
Okay, so I'm now just going to take this, assuming this is the right length. Obviously, this one isn't. We're just going to take this off. Keep hold of the top of your kumihimo. So we've got our sort of ½ centimetre-ish each side. So then I want to do an overhand knot. So I'm going to trim off these cords to about what, 5 centimetres or so. Whoops. And then I'm just going to do an overhead knot. Now it doesn't matter if it goes a bit over your if it goes a bit over your kumihimo bit. There are different ways. Do you know I can't tie a knot now? Come on. Through you go. There we go. Okay, as you're closing this down, sort of slide it. You don't want to end up with the knot up here. You don't want to end up with the knot right on here. So you're going to slide it down to there. But you do want to have a nice tight knot. Now, normally, I would bind the end of my kumihimo and not have a knot. I'd actually bind the end of it. But for these clasps, they're great. You can use the knot in the clasp, which is unheard of. So the next stage is to trim off your cord. I'm not going to glue it because this is obviously not part of my kit. Your knot, so what I did was I'd put glue, an E6000 rather than the reason I've used that rather than a thingy cement. Hypo, thank you. Couldn't think of the word. Is because you'd use so much. You want to glue all the end of that and a little bit around there, and then I put a load in there.
Okay.
This isn't coming off.
Okay.
So then I'm going to pop that into the head, and you can see. Come here. Oh, sorry, just thrown something on the floor. Oh. Don't worry, it's only kumihimo stuff. Right, so then you're going to push this, and you actually want to push it as deep as it'll go. I've made this a little bit too long in there. Oh, don't worry, I'll get it after. It's fine. So I want that to sit up against there. So because I've not glued it, I can actually take that out and move the knot further down.
Okay.
So because you can see how much space you get, but that with that knot in there actually has got quite a good grip before you're adding glue, which is great. If I just use the cord, then you can see there's quite a little bit of space left over for that.
Yeah.
So actually using that knot, take it down a bit further. I've left a bit too much of a gap. Like I say, you want probably about ½ centimetre, a little bit less. So move it down a bit further. But that's why you try it first, and then you can take that off and push that down. So effectively, it would be closer to there.
Yeah.
And then take this apart, take the other head off to do your bracelet. Because if you've got it on a bracelet and it's doing this, you're pulling that glued bit. You want that glue to stay nice and strong like that while it sets. So keep it while it's separated.
Yeah.
And then leave it overnight, and then the next morning you can clasp it.
So it can properly adhere.
So it properly sets in place. You haven't moved it by twisting it at all. And then you're good to go. Absolutely good to go. Really, really great clasps to use. Really easy to use. Pull that back out, as you can see. So I'd move that a little bit further down there. so that I could shrink that and put that in. But it's great. So you can use it for your leather. You can use it for you can use it for all sorts of stuff. It doesn't just have to be.
No, it doesn't just have to be
the Kumihimo.
Kumihimo.
It's fabulous. But with the red one, I used the Eslon with the seed beads on, and then it fits in with the seed beads. So if you press me, I don't know whether we can actually see. Yeah. Yeah. If I open that up, so you can see where I've got the seed bead. Am I holding it?
Oh yes.
So I've finished off with just Kumihimo of seed beads, but that's because the cord is very fine to go in the clasp. So just by adding the seed beads and Kumihimoing with the seed beads. So if you wanted to, if you've bought all three, or even just do one, you could just put the 11Os on your cord, Kumihimo that, and then put it straight in there, tie a knot on the end and put this on the end, and you're not going to get, you can see it sort of fills it. You don't have, I don't know whether you can see that down there. Yeah, you haven't got a great big gap sitting. It's actually filled the clasp itself.
Yeah, fills the section.
And like,
can I just say, these look quite wolf-like as well.
They've got different aspects to them, haven't they? From underneath, they do look quite wolfy, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, they could actually be, you know, like if a wolf was running.
Yeah. He's also a bit
alligator-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can never remember which is the stubby-nosed and which is the long-nosed.
Oh, I don't know.
So, but they are probably the inspiration for a lot of dragons.
Yeah, love that. Absolutely love that.
So yeah, it's Kumihimo, so it's lovely and fluid.
Beautiful.
Beautiful to wear.
Alison, we've still got one more project to bring as well. So I love the colourway of this. I'm actually going to bring the bracelet over if I can, because I think I love these colours, and I've never seen like a Mayuki actually have such a neonness. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even a word. It comes from this tube here. Can you see?
Yeah, it's because it's a transparent Magatama with a green centre.
Yeah, pale AB, which runs through the centre. No, that's these. So there's the pale AB, yeah? And then these are the mint green lines.
Yes.
Aqua, which gives you that blue on the outside.
That's it.
That's amazing. How close can you get in there, Bex, on this one?
Oh no, I've just thrown them on the floor. They're fab, aren't they? So that minty green colour you can see is the lining of the hole.
Yes.
And then you've got that sort of aqua. It's
surround.
Yeah, and when you team those with the AB green, they're amazing. I love it. And then you've got the silver lined grey beads, which are incredible.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Hang on.
Which I'm not very. I think the silver ones are actually silver lined, but I might be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure.
What, the Mayukis?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are actually lined with silver.
I would say they are as well.
Not with silver colour, but with silver.
Oh, with actual silver.
I
think Mark said that.
Yeah, I think they're silver lined.
Yeah.
You can get 24 carat.
Can you?
Seed beads, yeah, they cost a fortune.
Love this colourway. It's a gorgeous project. I think actually this might be, I don't know, I like them all, but I think I'd gravitate towards this one.
See, yeah, but I love the red and gold.
The red and gold's
gorgeous.
The red and
gold's stunning, but then I also like the blues.
But you know what? When they're all going to be the same price tag as well, look how lovely that is.
They go so well.
You could treat yourself to all three.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not do it? It's such a unique... Only because that Magatama, I've never seen anything like it, where it actually has this kind of...
Yeah.
It looks... In looking at Alison's bracelet, particularly this, like, again, Bex, can you see how it almost looks like the neonness is a cord in the centre?
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's the lined. It's where it's lined.
But it's the lining of the Magatamas.
Yeah. But it gives those two together. That's, to me, even more watery than the blue. It's very... That's more Caribbean-y.
Yeah.
Caribbean.
I
can't say it. I can't speak. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's that tropical water,
Yeah.
that sort of greeny blue.
Is your tropical dragon?
Yeah, the Mediterranean.
Yes, I love this. 19.99. Clearly, you're loving these Magatamas too. I can't remember when the last time we had Magatamas.
No, I can't.
Actually. So, well, if
fabulous.
you're doing that, if you're saying this is the Caribbean dragon, what would the blue one be?
So the
Mediterranean. And sorry,
an Arctic.
This says there's only one place for this one. You know this. That's the Welsh one, isn't it?
The Welsh dragon. And there's nothing to stop you. There's nothing to stop you using the 11 O's to make dragon wings.
Ooh, yes.
How amazing would that
Love
be?
it. Love it. So all 3 projects absolutely flying out the door. You choose your colourway.
We've got the cord as well.
And we've got cords to bring you too. Yeah, amazing. And of course you get Alison's instructions that's available upon dispatch of your order, jewellery makers. So if you go to your order and you go to your order history, scroll down, you'll see it on there that you can either print off or you can save it to your desktop, wherever you wish. Now we do have the cords, 200 of the cords.
Really?
Yeah, big
I might have to get
quantities.
some more of these. These are fab.
Oh, they're lovely.
Right,
Can I scooch that way?
You can, scooch
just
your
because
way.
I know if I pick it up, they're all going to go absolutely everywhere. 1 second. Ah, perfect.
These are fabulous.
So you've got your multicolour.
Yep, which is going to give you the most amazing bracelets.
And your monochrome.
So the white is in the greeny one.
Yeah.
The black is in the blue.
Yeah.
But I used the fine one in the red, and then I ran out of time because the blue took me a lot longer. I was going to do a plain one with the multicoloured, just a straight one, but I ran out of time because the necklace took me longer.
Well, you've got 60 metres, 20 metres on each spool, 0.5 millimetres in your nylon cord. You can use it for knotting, you can use it for kumihimo, you can use it for tassels.
Totally, totally. There's so much, you can just use it for threading if you just want to thread on. You can braid with it, you can plait with it, you can do braids with it, you can do any of your macrame stuff with it, you can do a finer version of paracord with it.
Oh yeah,
because
nice.
it's a different kind of braid, so you can do different knots with it. It's lovely.
Did you say macrame?
I did say macrame.
Yeah, you can do macrame. We've got 200 of these, and it's 20 metres on each of those spools. So you get the white, you get the black, and you get the multicoloured. So we brought you an amazing deal on your projects. I have no doubt you're about to see an amazing project on this. £4 each. 200 of these are available on the back of what has been an absolutely super Saturday. Claire was doing this.
That's my alarm noise.
It's your alarm noise?
Yeah.
Oh God, that would terrify me.
Yeah, at 3 in the morning.
Oh gosh. 46 seconds and we're going even lower.
These are fab.
Even lower. When was the last time you stocked up on your cords, jewellery makers? Who makes tassels? Who does knotting? Who does kumihimo? Who does macrame?
You could weave with these.
Who weaves? Yeah.
We weave.
You could do that too, yeah. Stock up your stashes. Because even if you ran out of silk, friendship bracelets, you ran out of silks, this is a great alternative because it's 0.5. So you could use that with some of your thicker gemstones.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, this would go with all of the, what did we have earlier? Garnets
would
go brilliantly with the garnets.
Because they tend to have a larger drill hole, don't they?
Oh, they'd look lovely on that white. They'd look amazing. 200
available at £8.99. That's £3 per spool. 60 metres. Who wants all 3? For £2 each. 201, so you might as well, it's add it to your order deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you know you're going to need threading material, and there's nothing worse than thinking, oh, I know what I could do with. I could do with a nice 0.5 nylon cord, and then you haven't got it.
Yeah, and you know that thing where you start pulling out lengths?
Yeah.
And you want 8 lengths, and you pull them out, and you cut them all up, and you get 6.5 lengths. And then you throw a bobbin on the floor because you're upset.
Yeah, I get it. And you haven't got enough of them.
You haven't got enough,
yeah,
so...
you've got to stock up.
Multi-buy. Stock up. It's a cracking deal.
How about £2 per spool, jewellery makers? We had 200, but there's loads of you there. It's a little cheeky add it to your order deal because you know that you're going to be using them, don't you? Yeah. You know that at some point you're going to need it, especially nylon cord.
Yeah.
Nylon cord I use loads. And
the thing with the nylon cord is you can sort of melt it and stick it.
Oh, you can, yeah. That's ridiculous.
$5.99.
It is actually ridiculous, that, isn't it?
I tell you what, you could use it to tie little bows and things on your Christmas presents. I went through a phase where I would not use sellotape at all when wrapping presents. I wouldn't use sellotape or sticky tape.
I always make sure I buy recyclable wrapping paper. As well. Great idea. Absolutely great. I mean, you know that this is going to be something you're going to use in your jewellery making, don't you? £2 per spool, jewellery makers.
Absolutely brilliant.
£2. Suzanne, well done. Paula getting 3. Heather getting 2. Olive getting 3. I love that name, Olive. I can't keep up. Cheryl, you've got yours as well. Congratulations. Oh, it's the finale of the show, jewellery makers, of your Saturday. How about this? Doesn't sit quite right with Ross. I know that. It starts making you feel a bit uncomfortable, doesn't it? He says, I'm not easily made to feel uncomfortable, but yes, you're not a fan of $5.99. He says, have them all for under a £5.
What?
So that for me, that's you're buying one and you're getting 2 for free.
That's brilliant.
Because remember, we could never go under $6.99 back in the day.
We couldn't.
We weren't. The only time we were allowed to was maybe on a DVD.
Or a sale.
Or a sale. And that was only then occasionally we were allowed to go below that budget, even on our clearance shows. Basically, all 3 under £5, jewellery makers.
Brilliant.
Even if you're thinking, I've never kumihimo before.
Oh, do it.
I don't do macrame.
Have a go.
You will, yeah, exactly.
Have a go.
Exactly.
You're missing out on so much.
You will use them at some point.
Yeah.
You will.
Even if you just thread and knot.
It's useful to have around the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well.
Use it for little hangers and things like that.
I was going to say that. Put your Christmas cards on them.
Oh, yeah, string them and hang your Christmas cards on them. Beats cotton.
Definitely.
I can never see it.
Definitely. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? $4.99. Oh, yeah, that was like, I'm a child of the 80s, so I like, you always had Christmas cards hanging around your living room, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we've always had.
Yeah. I like that. People don't tend to send cards these days, do they?
No, we still send some.
Yeah.
We still send some.
Yeah, I do far less.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. Jewellery makers, again, make sure you're checking out your baskets. What an absolutely unbelievable Saturday show it has been.
It's been fantastic,
massive congratulations to every single one of you that managed to get hold of your faceted golden South Sea. They're absolutely epic. They truly, truly are. Alison, when are you back with us?
I'm back. I'm very sorry. I'm back on Tuesday.
Oh,
rather than Wednesday. Yeah, because I'll have some canines with me. Well, I won't. John will. So I was going to show you the canines.
I not only miss you, I miss the doggies.
I know. We'll catch up.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely do that. $4.99. I'm back with you tomorrow morning. And it's the finale of the 20th birthday. Yeah, it's going to be an absolutely unbelievable show. It really is. 8 o'clock, your early bird is, I need these. Do you know Tom has been talking about a watch storage box?
Oh, yeah.
That's your early bird. 9 o'clock.